I think we can agree that most of the residents who may be subject to VERS will probably be seniors and the elderly. A lot will have paid off their mortgages. They would have been expecting to live in these flats until they pass on. How can we assure the public that we will ensure that these seniors are not left with outstanding mortgages that the compensation amount cannot cover, or forced to deplete their retirement savings to top up cash outlay in order to secure replacement accommodation? I understand voting is part and parcel of existing programs like upgrading. However, the consequences of being in the minority that is brought along when the majority agrees to the VERS program is much heavier. How will we make sure that the needs of the minority who disagree are met?
Mr. Loh has also raised some very valid questions in terms of how we are going to carry out the VERS policy. And these are indeed some of the key considerations that my colleagues and I are currently discussing. I agree with Mr. Loh that the large majority of the flat owners for the flats that are going through VERS would be likely to be seniors. If we can maintain the gatekeeping for people to buy homes that can last them for life. So by the time the flats reach the time that they need to go through VERS, which will be at least about 70 years or more, we would expect that most of the residents staying in these older flats would be seniors, and hopefully they would have already paid off their mortgages. So I think that's why we feel that it is important to have that upfront gatekeeping to ensure that when people buy homes, we keep the number of people who cannot stay in these homes till the end of their lives to be as small as possible. So the homes can be for life. I also agree with Mr. Loh that the voting process needs to be looked at carefully, because this is the stakes are higher, as Mr. Loh pointed out, compared to, say, going through HIP. So certainly, I think we would have to pay careful attention to how we manage the voting process to ensure fairness to different stakeholders.